Every day after school, my feet seem to carry me on the same path, like they're on autopilot. I walk past the bakery where the smell of freshly baked bread wafts out onto the street, past the toy store with its bright window displays, and finally, I arrive at the place that always makes me stop, a small, cozy candy shop nestled between the two. It's not a grand place. In fact, it's quite unassuming compared to the larger stores nearby. The paint on the sign is a bit faded, and the red door has a few scratches from years of use. But to me, it's the most magical place in the world. The kind of place that feels like a secret, waiting to be discovered by those who know where to look. The windows are filled with rows upon rows of glass jars, each one containing a different kind of candy. There are gummy bears, licorice twists, lemon drops, chocolate coins, and so many more that I couldn't name them all if I tried. The colors are what always catch my eye: first vibrant reds, yellows, greens, and blues that seem to sparkle in the sunlight. Even from outside, I can catch a whiff of the sweet, sugary scent that drifts out every time someone opens the door. It smells like happiness, like the best parts of childhood all rolled into one. I press my nose against the cool glass, peering inside. I can see Mr. Jenkins, the owner, moving around behind the counter. He's an older man with a kind face and a shock of white hair that sticks up in every direction. He's always wearing the same blue apron with the shop's name embroidered on it, and his eyes crinkle at the corners when he smiles. He's busy helping a young girl pick out a selection of candies, carefully scooping them into a small paper bag with a pair of silver tongs. As I watch, I can't help but imagine myself in his place. My reflection in the glass shows a boy with messy brown hair, wearing a school uniform that's a bit too big for him. But in my mind, I'm not just a schoolboy anymore. In my mind, I'm the owner of that candy shop. I close my eyes for a moment and let my imagination take over. The world around me fades away, and suddenly, I'm inside the shop, standing behind the counter. The red door with the jingling bell, the glass jars filled with sweets, the cash register that makes a satisfying asterisk cha-ching asterisk sound every time someone buys a piece of candy. All of it belongs to me. I'm wearing a crisp white apron with my name, Charlie, embroidered on it in bold, colorful letters. The shop is exactly the way I've always dreamed it would be: warm, welcoming, and filled with the kind of magic that only candy can bring. The shelves are lined with every kind of sweet imaginable, each one carefully chosen and arranged to create the perfect candy wonderland. Customers of all ages come in, their eyes lighting up as they browse through the rows of treats. There's a group of kids, just out of school like me, chattering excitedly as they pool their pocket money to buy a bag of mixed candies. There's a young couple, laughing and holding hands as they pick out a selection of chocolates to share. There's even an elderly woman, her eyes twinkling with nostalgia as she chooses a few pieces of the hard candy she used to enjoy as a child. I greet each one with a smile, just like Mr. Jenkins always does. But in my version of the shop, it's not just about selling sweets. No, it's much more than that. My candy shop is a place where people come to feel happy, to forget their worries for a little while. It's a place where memories are made, and where every piece of candy has a story to tell. I imagine organizing events for the community candy-making workshops where kids can learn how to create their own sweets. Tasting events where people can sample the latest flavors, and even a candy-themed treasure hunt that takes participants on a journey through the city, with the grand prize being a year's supply of candy from my shop. But the most special part of my shop, the part that makes it truly unique, is the candy I make myself. In my daydream, I see myself in a small kitchen at the back of the shop, experimenting with different flavors and ingredients to create new kinds of sweets that no one has ever tasted before. I imagine coming up with a recipe for the perfect caramel smooth, rich, and just the right amount of chewy, or inventing a new kind of lollipop that changes color as you lick it. The best part is seeing the reactions of my customers when they try my creations for the first time. Their eyes widen in surprise and delight, and they can't help but smile as the flavors dance on their tongues. Word spreads quickly, and soon people from all over the city are coming to my shop just to try the latest treats. They say my candy is the best they've ever had, and before long, my little shop becomes famous. In my mind, I can see it all so clearly. I can hear the sound of laughter and excitement that fills the shop, the *ching* of the cash register, and the rustle of paper bags as customers leave with their purchases. I can see the bright colors of the candy, the smiles on the faces of my customers, and the pride I feel every time someone calls me the best candy shop owner in the city. But I know that getting there won't be easy. It's going to take a lot of hard work, determination, and maybe even a bit of luck. I'll need to learn everything there is to know about running a business, from managing finances to marketing my shop. I'll have to figure out where to source the best ingredients and how to create the perfect recipes. And I'll need to find a way to make my shop stand out from the competition. As I stand there, lost in my daydream, I start to think about all the challenges I might face. What if I can't find the right location for my shop? What if people don't like the candy I make? What if I can't afford to keep the shop open? But then I remind myself that every dream comes with its own set of challenges. And if there's one thing I've learned from Mr. Jenkins, it's that you can't give up just because things get tough. You have to keep going, even when it seems like the odds are against you. I open my eyes and take one last look at the candy shop before turning to continue my walk home. The dream is still fresh in my mind, and I can't help but smile as I think about all the possibilities that the future holds. One day, I tell myself, one day this dream will become a reality. I'll be the one standing behind that counter, wearing a white apron with my name on it, and welcoming customers into my very own candy shop. It might take years of hard work and perseverance, but I know that it will be worth it in the end. For now, though, it's enough to stand here, in front of this little candy shop, and imagine all the sweet possibilities that lie ahead. And as I walk home, the sugary scent of the candy still lingering in my nose, I make a silent promise to myself, no matter what it takes, I'll make this dream come true.